And we're live. Hey everybody, this is Angela Sasser, fantasy artist and illustrator. You can see my work at angelasasser.com. And welcome to my monthly hangout. It's May 2015, and I made it to May. Woohoo! If y'all remember, I had a really bad month last month, including the flu, my boyfriend almost dying, a bunch of stuff like that. So we're better now, thank goodness. Some cool things you'll notice just where my finger is pointing on the wall. I've put some art by Jessica M. Douglas up on my wall, so my studio is filled with more inspiration. And there's some more on like the side of the door you can't see, but getting it looking good in here. Besides the total mess that it is right now. But yeah, this month has been going a lot better than before. I've dived head first into a mentorship with Dan Luvisi and Anthony Jones over at robotpencil.org, and that's been my all-consuming task this month. I've made sure I had all of my jobs cleared and commissions taken care of, so I can concentrate fully on this mentorship. And what this mentorship is about intellectual property, which is basically taking an idea, like a story would be intellectual property, and making it into a thing or into a product. So I've decided to take a story I've been working on for about 10 years and use that to start to no longer have an excuse to not work on a novel that has been in my head for 10 years. So this novel, which I'm really excited to work on, this mentorship, I've already got a pitch for this novel, working on a book trailer. I've already got tons of illustrations thumbnailed out. That's what I'm working on currently. And wow, it's just been unreal. It's been an amazing experience. I've really just been encouraged and motivated and inspired and sleepless. I haven't slept a lot, but it's been for a good reason. So yeah, what a wild couple of months, you guys. And I'm doing this hangout a little early too, because I just wanted to chill out tonight and possibly see other people, like other humans outside of the art cave. So we'll see how that goes. I might just sleep too. Sleep. But so yes, mentorship has been good. I actually wanted to show you guys a little sneak peek of it because you're special. Let me screen share. Screen share. Oh, and the Patreon banner for this month, you can see one of the thumbnails I've been working on with my main character posing like Batman over the city. Or at least that's what those scribbles are supposed to be. So sneak a peek! Here's my pitch script. And this is the document I'm working on to pitch my story to whoever might be curious about it. So I'm going through each line and basically thumbnailing out each line from the script, so there's an image to go with each one, so I could tell my story better than just having text. We figured, hey, why not? I'm an illustrator too, so why not have pictures to pitch my book, even though that's a little unorthodox. So yes, quick scroll, see if you can read it all. Oh. I'm still thumbnailing. I haven't done all the rest because I keep going back to the older moments and like redrawing them and I'm really trying to give myself a higher standard of quality to where I'm not just going with the lazy option or the one that's like, oh, that's good enough. I'm trying to really explore and make sure that I've chosen the best thumbnail with the best drama and highest tension. And I think this one is probably my favorite thumbnail of this bunch so far. But I still have a bunch to do. Character angst everywhere. This one's another favorite. It's like that Darth Vader whoa moment, but it's so good. So yeah, lots of character angst. That's stuff I'm working on. I'm being ambitious and hoping I can actually animate it into a cool animated book trailer with dramatic voiceover, but we'll see how far I get. So that's what I'm working on for till the end of June. That's the mentorship that I'm in which you'll be seeing exclusive sneak peeks of the art and writing process if you are one of my Patreon patrons at any level. You get to see all that lovely stuff I've been working on. I've got like a private blog series just for them going on right now, so they can click through and see something that other people can't see. So check that out if you're curious about all the stuff I've been learning, what kinds of writing revelations I'm having, and what kind of process I'm going through developing my own IP. So check that out. Another thing I've been working on, my shop is all sparkly now. Sparkly shop. I've actually gotten a new product up in my Etsy shop. If you guys like this kind of stuff. Bags, all the bags. I never knew there was such a demand for bags, but considering I am a bag collector myself, I use it for art supplies, for dice. Those are my dice you see in this picture. And tarot decks. So I've got some of these new puppies up on Etsy now. So check them out if you like. And if you're watching, I see one viewer there. Leave me some questions. I didn't really have a lot of lead time before I just hopped right in a Hangout this month, so I didn't get to scout for any questions. But there is one question I've been seeing a lot and thinking about a lot myself, and that is, where do people come up with ideas? Because I know a lot of artists out there who are like, yeah, I love to draw, but I just can't come up with anything on my own. And that's an interesting question, because I know for me specifically, my ideas are kind of an amalgamation of the stuff that I love. Like my story that I'm working on, which let me show you one of the illustration that pretty much made me want to write the story was this right here, Oathbound. That's my main character. When I made that, I was like, I have to write this dude's story because he's eye-catching. I have people walk by at conventions and they're like, oh, who's he? Well, maybe it's because he's hot, but also because he seems like an interesting dude. So for me, this story comes from a lot of sources. It comes from my love of world cultures, from world mythology, from lots of reading fantasy novels. I've been reading Guy Gabriel Kay, who's written a story, The Lions of Al-Rasan, which is kind of like the Moorish era of Spain, but in a fantasy setting. It's really cool. So like I absorb all of this stuff that I love, and then when I want to write my story, I was like, I want to write a story that I would love. And so it has to have all the things I love, like, you know, a desert setting, a desert setting, a cool dude, and lots of culture and mythology that I can dive into because that's what I love. And ghost stories, there are going to be plenty of those. And awesome female characters with tattoos. I might as well show her off on here. Awesome female characters with tattoos, and sadly not in my thumbnails right now. This gal right here, awesome female characters with tattoos. I mean, it's when you write or develop your own IP, you can basically just throw in everything that you love and make it yours. And that's where ideas come from. You got to be open-minded. You got to always be absorbing and experiencing things. And so read, draw, not draw, you're already drawing. Read, watch movies, study history, study mythology, study religion, talk to other people, experience the world, and that's where your ideas will come from. Because artists are people who make connections. Creative people are people who make connections between unrelated things. I'm convinced of that. And that's what makes creative professionals like a really interesting breed of people. Oh, and by the way, Samantha Hogg drew this and she's awesome. My version is this one right here. And I might as well show off the final design. I can't navigate my own page. That's the final design from Maliki. Oh, hi, I just figured out how to turn on the Q&A panel. Bronwyn McDonald asks, did you make the bags yourself or does another company make them? They are, it's my art, but I have a company called Arts Cow that prints them for me. So they are made by a company, but I provide the art. And Arts Cow, I will show you. That is Art Cow. They do lots of photo products, so it's a good place if you're looking to have your art put on things. But yes, that was the big question I wanted to answer, was where do ideas come from? And I've got a lot of homework to do, so if there aren't any other questions, I'm gonna head off for now. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, thanks to my folks over at Patreon for pitching in and all your encouragement all this time. So you've been wonderful. Stay tuned for those exclusive sneak peeks for the story I'm working on right now. And I'll catch you guys next month. Take care, everybody.